Oh, no, it's doing it to us again. It's eating before we go in and when we get out of the car. Yep, he's doing it again. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dysterra. I'm your host, 2005 Guy Pro 2. Okay, so I was going to do this as a live stream, basically a new live stream. Unfortunately, after 4 times of trying to do a live stream, basically YouTube at the moment, for some reason, it could be the ISP throttling my connection, it could just be YouTube. But there was constantly connection issues here, there, and everywhere, and I just couldn't get through it. So without having any more connection issues by doing it this way, hopefully we can get quite a few videos or quite a lot of the footage up in a timely manner. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put any intro pieces or outro pieces on it. It's going to be very close to being a raw file. The only thing that I'll be editing here and there will probably be if I'm just waiting for something, I'll probably cut it out. If it's just lots of gathering, I'll either cut it out or I'll do it as a time lapse. It'll probably be a time lapse because I don't like people thinking I'm cheating. Granted, this is pretty dang new out. It's not out to buy, it's only a test. I don't think there's any cheats out there for it. There is a suicide command apparently out there, but that's about it. That's yeah. But I'm not going to use the suicide command. But what I do want to quickly show you guys is that you do not want to start in the hardest location. I just did that, and we had quite literally tried to escape with 1 death and almost a second. When we finally got to the second location, we got shot by a robot. But other than that, we can continue. I definitely recommend starting in the first location first, so the easy location. Then move on to the medium, then the hard. Once you've got some armor and some ammunition, weapons, and so on. Granted, the only one that you can actually really make at the moment is the pistol and the bullets. You can get more bullets off of the robots that shoot back at you, but they don't give enough bullets back. And that third location where you can start, well, I'll let you guys see what happens when you start there. So we're going to start up a new game again, so that means once again deleting the old one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the time multiplayer to 10, which will give us roughly about 5, maybe 6 hours worth of daylight. Unfortunately, it's going to give us about 7 or 8 hours worth of darkness, but I'll sit through that, wait for the thing to end, and we can continue on from there. But yeah, the darkness is going to be a killer, at least for me it is, because it's going to be boring as hell for me, but I'll let you guys skip it. Basically, I'll just cut the video right there and then just wait it all out, run backwards and forwards for drink and maybe possibly for food if we can't get hold of enough food on at the time. But just to make sure that we do get enough food, I'm going to increase the multiplier to 2 times gathering, because that should give us a good stable footing for food and maybe some resources as well. Now, what I have found out, if you do this multiplier by 2 times, the tools, the weapons that you get they also degrade at 2 to 4 times the normal speed. So yeah, balancing is definitely an issue, especially with our starting location. But I'll let you guys see it.
Terrasite. The fourth fire of civilization. The discovery of this revolutionary energy source excited the entire world. Through repeated fierce competitions and raving wars, Terrasite revolutionized science and technology. Humanity was becoming great beings, just like the gods their ancestors had served. Now, they were able to control the weather and gravitation in space. Earth was violated by her insatiable inhabitants. A few scientists warned them of the doom that their greed would bring about, but it was not listened to. Eventually, her smoldering resentment flared up. Cracked lands gushed out flames, and darkened skies poured out storms. Facing this surge of destruction, people cried out like babies in stark terror. Right on the brink of collapse, fortunately, they recalled the traces of civilization still intact in space. After going through many sacrifices, they made it there. The structures of the Earth's orbit, originally designed for warfare, became a haven for mankind. The involuntary immigrants called their unfamiliar homes Orbis. Through generations of strenuous efforts, they had fully adapted themselves to living in the extraterrestrial margins. The fear of the sudden end seemed to be forgotten in their memories along with Earth. Before long, however, mankind could not help but remind themselves of their home planet. Having failed to find an alternative resource to Terrasite, humanity was being driven to energy depletion. There remained only one choice, and that was to bring Terrasite from Earth. However, it was so obvious that mining Terrasite would repeat the catastrophe of the past. Therefore, Orbis put the names on the list of volunteers for this dangerous journey. The names of outcasts, like you. Expect entry interface in 10 minutes. Brace for impact. We sincerely wish you return to Orbis safely. Of course, with Terrasite.
Okay, so I'm no longer going to bother working back with the character. It's just too time consuming. Okay, so this is the area I would highly recommend starting. This area is quite buggy when you're loading in. There's a lot of areas where you wind up getting stuck in the ground, falling through the map, lots of rubber banding, and yeah, the hostiles are basically robots with all the guns. So yeah, it's not a fun location to start. And this one I would highly recommend not starting in, because balancing is an issue, especially with one thing that these areas don't give you any grief with, which is heat. That area is freaking hot. And our water that we have on us, well, as soon as you load in the game, you start dying. So it's a bit awful. And where it says high quality resources, I'm not sure about yet because we have to get them. But deadly threats, yep, that's definitely there. And heat, yeah, that's definitely the thing. I mean, really. Well, here goes. I'll show you.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh wait,
Do you have
what
any
the?
injuries? You seem to be dizzy with the differences of gravity and atmospheric pressure, but it will be okay. I'm Vanessa Holden, one of the pioneers. We keep searching and helping the outcasts like you. Don't get discouraged, outcast. You'd find the way to survive and go back to Orbis. We'll keep in touch with you. With pressing J key, you can see and check our messages. Good luck.
This game really wants me to look like a liar. We actually landed in a really good spot. When we initially landed in the live stream, we were around about here. We died about here. We re-landed around about here. We went up, grabbed a car, and I screamed past everything and went straight through here. With only about 21 health left and no water whatsoever. I suspect that as soon as we go into this area over here, we're going to have trouble with the heat again already. Maybe. Can we open up that door? No. No, I wouldn't recommend that one. You can already hear the robots there. Nice that we've got multiple entrances and exits, so that's quite nice. I think the one that we were on was up here. Yeah, this is the one we went under with a car. Now, there's some bears over here I would definitely not recommend to start off with, but at the moment, oh, there we go, we've got the flame symbol up, which means we're hot. Oh, is he stuck because of the time? Yep. Okay, so the game gives you a little bit of a cooldown with the animals initially. And I suspect it's about 15 minutes, so we've got about 10 minutes before the animals go nuts and start attacking us. Same with robots. But you don't have to keep clicking. Nice. Well, it takes a lot to take out these bears. Okay, straight away we're... Oh, there we go. It's already moving. Oh, crap. Oh. Okay, I think it's time that we get out. Oh, it looks like we're bleeding, so that's not good either. Is he going back? Yep. Okay, let's quickly grab a bandage. But yeah, normally I would not recommend starting here. Because as you can see at the bottom there, our temperature is starting to go up quite a bit. And our water supply is going down quite a bit. Okay, so let's quickly do something about our bleeding. For some reason we're getting cold now as well, which is strange. Would like to try and get some of those materials, but I think we'll have to wait for a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. There's going to be some goodies around here. Nope. You. Come on. There's some. Ouch. Okay. Now, getting... Oh. Yeah, when you see those in this area, you might want to avoid them. But it looks like we might be okay with this particular one. I don't see any robots on that one, so it looks like that one's alright. Yeah, looks like this particular one's okay. But in this area, a lot of those ones will have the robots on it that's got guns. So definitely something I'd highly recommend avoiding in this area. I just see Mick with... Nope. I keep calling them mechs, but they're actually robots. Crafting. I've also found a couple of really good areas to actually put down your base building, at least in that easy area. You can try and put a base down in this area, although I found that the turrets that you can make in game are useless at the moment. They will not shoot the enemy. Also, their damage is quite bad as well. Okay, we've got a little bit of meat. We're going to need quite a lot of supplies before we actually get to a point that we really want. So best way would be to find the supply drops But supply drops in this area always wind up in these freaking buildings. Uh-oh. Speak of the devil, there's one of the robots with the guns. Did he see us? The answer is not yet. But we definitely don't want to be anywhere near that one. So we have no way to defend ourselves against that one yet. Let's put that there just for the moment. Yeah, but damn it. Not again. Which one is it? Damn it. So, when you, if you punch and it does that, then it still classes a hit on you. God damn it. But when he does that back bit, you can actually get 2 hits in. Oops. Nice. Ooh. Stuck on that. Get over that. Ooh. Jeez. How many more times to hit this bugger? Okay. Okay, finally. Damn, it sounds like there's another one about again. Okay. Uh-oh, lag spike. Okay, let's see where that one is. That one is on an enemy structure. Great. Definitely don't want that one. Great, we're getting the glitchiness again. Oh, that one looks interesting. Oh, when do we get some weapons? God damn it, these freaking glitchy areas. Oh wait, was that something interesting? Maybe, maybe not. We are going to need a lot of rock. And I do mean a lot of rock. Not only for the base, but also to upgrade the electrical mechanical hand. Oh, this might be an interesting area after all. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, we need to eat. That's all our food gone. Okay. Oh, damn it, he's seen us. Really? We can beat them, but it's very difficult beating those hand to hand. Ooh, wait a minute, we've got another pier down here. More rubbish bags, I hope. We're going to have to temporarily pick up some food as well. See, the cooked food do a lot better than the raw food does. Well, a little bit better sometimes. Okay, so where are we currently? Damn it. I think the easiest option probably to be to find a car somewhere and then drive all the way down the other side to the other side. Problem is, can we find a car? Good, it can't get to us. Okay, so what do we have around here? We've got a couple of these buildings, which are okay, but then we've got these ones which are not so easy, because we have to be able to have some armor and some weapons for them. Come on. Okay. As long as it's just one down here. Oh no, the yellow one's coming down as well. Never mind.
You're detecting an orbital supply signal nearby.
Shit. Oh, damn it. Oh, he's still around us. Okay.
You've lost the orbital supply signal.
Yeah, we don't want to go on one of those buildings yet. Not until we can armor up. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I've already figured out what they are.
You've lost the orbital supply signal.
Oh jeez, looks like there's one of those cats over here. Oh, there must be a car here. I think
You're
there's at least.
detecting you've lost the orbital
couple.
supply signal.
Oh Jesus. Bingo. I know where we are. Now where is that robot? It's over there somewhere, I think. But before we go after it. Get some motors. Okay, second thoughts. Oopsie. There's the one that's. Oop. Ah, damn it. Oh, I didn't know you could put down trees. Oh great, another bear. I want that elk. Where's that bear gone? Now where's that elk? Whoa, lag. Where's that robot? There you are. Come on. Damn it, there's two. Oh, no, there's more of them. That's not good. There's more of them there than I thought. Oh, shite. Apparently. Oh, no wonder they were being shot at. Okay, So yeah, we went straight through scout troop, and now there's something else here. Sniper, huh? So there's a sniper up there. Great. Just what we wanted. Okay, so if we go down through there, we should be able to get to the area that we want. Oh shit! Okay. What's another one in the road? Where are we? Okay, we should be sort of safe. Let's go that way. Nice. Best way to get those deers actually, just run them over with a car. We're hungry. Gonna have to eat a couple of these. We're gonna have to cook up some really soon. Okay, so let's see, can we craft up that core? Not yet, we need some other claws, same with that. So we need a total of 7. We can do that one. What do we have currently in the inventory? We've got a fair few stuff, bits and pieces. Okay. Okay, so basically the area that we're currently aiming for is one of these. But for building wise, I would recommend where is it? It's down here. So starting location may be here, because you'll have a drop in here and a drop down on that corner. Ooh. There's an old mob display outside over there. Could be a trap. Probably is. Okay, so we want to make our way to, let's say, I could go for this bit. Let's say we put our supply base down there. Or a starting base over there. I know we've got so many different locations to go for afterwards. Okay, so that car's over there. Oh, no, it's doing it for a scan. It's eating before we go in and when we get out of the car. Yep, he's doing it again. Okay, so it's only if you've eaten something then it will do that. Oh, actually. It's like this area's okay. No. Which one are they? No, they're the number ones. Okay. Oh, damn it. It's eating mushrooms when I don't want them to eat mushrooms. I just want to exit the vehicle. Okay. Have the boss out this time. Oops. God damn it. That did go away. Oh, no, it didn't actually. It still wound up as roadkill. Nice. Nice, that's going to help us level up something very soon. The car is very, very worse for wear though. Oh wow. That many mushrooms on this one road? Oopsie, did I just throw it? So if you hold down the right mouse button and then do the left mouse button, you actually throw your wrench. Sweet. Oops. Oops. Where did I go? Nice. Learn something new every day. Oops. Just temporarily get away from them, just so that we can put an area down. Okay, so I don't want to pick these up yet, just so that we can actually have those respawn when the time comes. And we'll have all those additional resources. We could just put down here in the corner. Of course, it's going to entice them to come after us. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, let's start building. So I don't want the foundations to be too low this time in this location. Yeah, no you don't. Oh, ow. Oops. Yeah, just go in the water. Okay. Putting the building together in this location is going to be a pain. I can't put in that corner. Damn it. Come over here. There we go. And let's say wolves. There we go. Did we make a door yet? Nope. Okay, it looks like it's finally given up. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Oop, blasted. Oops. Oh well. What can we put down? Oh, let's just do that for the moment. Okay. Them being there is a real pain in the ass. Doesn't work going there. That's even more open on the backside. Ah. Should have put it here then in that case. Blast. No, maybe not. Okay. That's right. You just have that as a problem area. Okay, they're just switching. That's interesting as well. Okay, okay. Oh, and now they're coming after us again. Uh-oh, didn't seal that one up. Phew. Okay. Okay. That's going to help us out quite a bit, that one. Oh, of course, we need to put some fuel in there. Okay, now that thing should be doing it. Yep. Okay, so we're going to cables that. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Then we also need to make those ones as well. We have enough for 20 cables, I think we do. Okay, so we still need some more bolts and bits and pieces so that we can do the other upgrade. And then we can also do some ammo very shortly as well for that pistol. But we are going to need quite a lot more additional supplies. So we're going to have to drop off some stuff here and then go searching. But first things first, we need to get that food going. So let's put it over here. That should give us a couple, hopefully on time. There we go. Right on the nick of time. Ooh, we need some more liquids. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Blast. That's all our liquids gone as far now. Okay. Oops. Okay, so let's put this storage over here. Actually, let's not do that just yet. Let's make sure that we get all this done. Also, let's get bed in as well.